Okay, may I just say, this is amazing. Kringle's Killers BattleTech Advanced event. If you guys have been noticing here, we have passed a lot of days. Most of that has been me basically hopping from one side and back to the Bavarian Commonwealth to buy some gear. And we've gotten a lot of events, and I actually came here all the way to Panzer for the next Flashpoint. So I just wanted to record for you guys as the next as the next episode, the attack at Panzer. And instead, we found ourselves with a contract with Chris Kringle of Kringle's Killers himself, and it's a four skull assassination in the tundra. Um, we're going to be okay. So we've agreed to an exercise against Kringle's Killers to help prep them for the holiday season. Our primary objective is to take out Commander Kringle himself. However, he will likely be protected by two lances of quad mechs, codenamed Caribou Lance and Rangifer Lance, as well as several squads of battle armor. Um, so yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this right now. Um, so start there. So if we click start there was no negotiation. I need to fill in our lance a little bit here. So let's do what we usually do. We'll get an Announcer in the Atlas. We did pick up, by the way, a Stone Rhino from the mission I did between these last two episodes. Basically, we fought the clan. There were two Stone Rhinos, and I got enough salvage to bring one online. But I want to modify this thing before we really have it see a lot of action. So we're going to be taking the Plasma Rifle Marauder, put Bomb Squad in that. And then, let's see, who's next? We're going to, yeah, we'll take the Thanatos next, then I want the Timberwolf. Who do I keep putting in the Timberwolf? Is that McWraith? I always forget. No, that's not McWraith. Is that Skyros? No, that's the Hollander 2. Barnell. Perhaps, yes, Barnell and the Timberwolf. Not bad. Not bad at all. And then let's see, where do we want to go with this? I want the Ostrock because I want the C3 Master. And I believe that is McWraith. Yep. And then we're going to be upgrading our firepower here a little bit. I want so the Nova's been a little bit rebuilt. We have double medium VSPL on here, double, I believe, ER medium laser, and Streak SRM 6, Streak SRM 4, so that's combined total Streak SRM 10, which should help us out, I believe, against the battle armor. Yeah, dodge some evasion. So that should be nice. So we'll put the Nova in next. I believe that's Skyros in the Nova. Yep, Skyros in the Nova. And if we go now into Lance B, we can put in two more mechs. What I'm thinking we should do is, I want something that'll be good against that battle armor. Did Flamers do? No. Well, I'm not sure I love that. We do have an X-Pulse on here, which would be amazing against battle armor, but we only have the one. It's not really built for this. If I had known this was coming, we would have done something a little bit different. Let's go ahead and get the Axeman. Let's get Slapdash into the Axeman. And then, what to do? I think we're going to take Mongrel. By the way, I should increase Mongrel's stats at some point. They've been doing a fair bit of work, and I haven't really gone into the barracks in a little while. We can put him in the fire starter, but I'm almost thinking we should bring the other Marauder for that second improved heavy Gauss, or I can bring the Hunchback. Yeah, we're gonna bring the Hunchback because it does have this rangefinder double plus and a TTS ballistic plus, so we should be able to land better shots with the rotary AC2 and with that clan Gauss that we have in there. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, Commander Kringle himself and his crew should be in the area. Move up, get eyes on target, and the escort. Once he's down, head to the evac point. We usually kill everything. We don't usually go to the evac points. That's a quad mech. Oh, okay. Alright, they're his reindeer. They're probably all going to be quad mechs. And the battle armor are the elves, I suppose. Okay, so we're seeing destroy caribou lance, destroy rangifer lance. They're relatively far separated from one another right now, which means we might be able to, uh, well, bring down a pretty good concentration of force against them. Okay, so let's get eyes on. Yeah, okay, 8 evasion pips because they haven't moved anything yet. That's a bar guest. Wow, okay. That is some armor. That thing is armored like an assault mech. And the Ultra AC-20 is not exactly weight savings either. That's kind of impressive. Um, if they're all like that, we're going to have to proceed with caution. I'm not the biggest fan of the four-legged mechs, to be honest. Oh. Is this where you put an ambush, Darius? Is that yeah? Okay, fine. So I'm not the biggest fan of the quad mechs, just because I don't know. They seem a little. One of the things I like about BattleTech is the grit of it, right? So I like um, the fact that it does seem, you know, for a sci-fi thing with gigantic mechs shooting at each other a lot, relatively grounded. um, Gravity matters, things exploding matters. You have to do some reasonable accounting for, you know, the weight of your mech, the weight of your guns, heat generation, um, and really the grand campaign map here is, to a certain extent, uh, like company management, right? You have company finances, um, you have pilots that you have to take care of. Like there's a lot to this that seems very, if not realistic, because I'm not going to venture to say that this is realistic, then at least more, again, grounded than it could be. And the quad mechs always seem like they're a little bit of a departure from that, which I think is a little unfortunate. So, enough on that point, I guess. We're going to move up, try to land that C3 Master on the bar guest, and we do land it. So, we will get better accuracy on that guy now, which even 4 evasion pips is nothing to scoff at. But now we should have a little bit better of a chance to do some damage. So let's see, if we move up there, that's the AoE, at 22%. If we switch to the Artemis 4, we could probably get some pretty good accuracy, but I don't want to waste that valuable of a gun on that, unless we have to. Yeah, okay. So it's possible I've been building a little bit missile heavy, and our missiles just aren't the best tools for something like this. Most mechs, even heavier mechs, a single shot from that improved heavy Gauss will be enough to clear one of their armor points. But this one could survive it in the CT, could survive it in the arms and the legs, right? Like we have to follow that up with something. Yeah, this is... If we can't take these guys out in isolation, we're going to end up having a bit of a bad day. I think we will turn off the rotary AC-2 just because our ammunition there is relatively light. We will take the 50% Gauss, and we do land it. 20% damage reduction, but it's still a Gauss rifle shot. And oof. Ow. Okay. 2 shots there piling into our Marauder. Looks like there's an ace pilot, yep. Okay, so slightly worse evasion for that guy than there was before. That left arm has been damaged, but not severely. Not nearly severely enough. But now, I mean, we're going to go back to sort of the early mission approach to this, which is just volume of fire. So let's see what we can do. And, of course, we miss all of it. I do enjoy how that pilot's name is Dasher. That is pretty nice. Okay, sensor lock coming in. They're targeting our Marauder pretty heavily. We're going to have to protect that mech, or things are not going to work out all that well for us. I don't like this firing position with low accuracy. It's behind our Marauder we risk doing some damage there. So let's move up here. My worry with using this AoE ammunition is not that it will miss, because I mean that's what the AoE is for, but rather that we won't really bore through much of anything. AoE is really, I mean, it's a light mech killer, but our Artemis 4 has crap accuracy, so let's just shoot this. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair amount of AoE damage from that. Took off about between, I guess, 5 and 20, depending on the scattering that we got. Okay, shots coming in at the Ostrock, that's fine. Just keep shooting at that Ostrock all you want. It doesn't bother me at all. And we'll come up now with Barn Owl. What do we want to do here? Okay, I'm thinking that's a good firing position for right now. And this could be worse with the standard ATM 9s, but our SRM accuracy is complete trash here, so let's turn one of those off, just to preserve a little bit of ammunition. Does look like there's an AMS somewhere, or that was just a visual glitch. We need to start pounding through these guys, because if their backup gets here before we've taken down 2 or 3, with the amount of firepower on those guys, our mediums are going to suffer, our heavies are going to suffer. Well, we only have 1 assault, so this is probably one of the more difficult missions that we've yet faced, and I don't like how this guy's moved up ahead of him. I don't want to shoot at him. He has a heavy Gauss, which is terrifying. I want to shoot at this guy with the Ultra AC-20, because for 1, it's an Ultra AC-20, but for 2, we've already started in on him. We've taken him from 1120 armor down to 863, which is no small investment, really, when we were shooting with, well, frankly, the poor accuracy that we currently have. One thing we could do is we could let them move again, then hit them with a sensor lock, and then move everything. So let's try that. Run to reserve down. This could backfire on us if they get some nice shooting in at a single target, like our Marauder, which I'm worried that they might go for, or if they reserve all the way down as well. So no dice there. I think we will move up here at a sprint. No shooting, as they say, just running. Getting in a little bit close here. It's a little bit risky with the Marauder. We'll be going up closer with other things. The reason why is I want all of this covered by the active probe ping. I want to deny long-range line of fire on the Marauder by hiding him next to this hill. So we'll active probe ping. 1, 2, and 3 of those guys. So they lose accuracy, and they've lost now evasion pips, bringing that Barghest that we've already hurt down to 1 evasion pip. Excuse me. Some long-range fire going in at the Atlas. A single large laser by the look of it. Nothing too frightening, but certainly worth paying attention to. And if we get up to here on the sprint, nope, that's an indirect toward that other Barghest, which he's the one in the back is the one that I want to be shooting at. We could try that. Not the best accuracy, but we might be able to get better if we Battle Lord. Yeah, let's go for it. Just because I do want to see if we can land the improved heavy Gauss once on this guy. 63% chance, bit of a coin flip. We are going to stay with the AoE ammunition just in case, well, just until we bore something through that we can then crit seek with the Artemis 4. Better accuracy there. So we miss, but that's, I mean, the best bad results, right? So we miss with the improved heavy on our intended target, but we did hit the Barghest in front of him. So even through that 40% damage resist, man, they're landing some very long range hits on us, which is a little unfortunate. But even with that 40% damage resist, we were still able to bring that guy down to 34 on the left torso. So if we can start ripping off arms, start ripping off legs, that's a good thing. Here, and that's 54 internal structure remaining on the right torso. which does carry the Ultra AC-20, so we have destroyed that gun. That's very nice for us. I quite like that. It makes things a lot safer. um, and I think it's time to take a little bit of a risk here. Oh yeah. Okay. So we are going to absolutely cook if we fire with that. No, we won't. Interesting. Let's see our. So we're only in our medium range bracket for the medium VSPLs. Good accuracy with the streaks, but they won't fire unless everything will hit. Let's give this a shot. Okay. I think that was 4 of the streaks firing, not 6. We do get an engine crit, so probably it looks like that's a yep. So there's looks like a light engine in there. There's only 1 crit location, not 2, and we do take a little bit of accidental fire onto our Axeman for standing too close. Basically the same thing we did to their Barghest, just with a different gun. And that hit location's down to 30 left. What I'm hoping we can do is if we can get another good missile barrage on that, we might be able to rip that piece off, start bringing down their numbers just a little bit. So let's see what we can do here. We will Battlelord here as well. We're really trying to just burn through the initial bit of this lance as quickly as we can. I'm going to turn on the HEs for this. We don't lose that much accuracy. We get a significant damage increase. And let's go for it. Okay, 10, 10, 10. Engine crit, engine destroyed, mech destroyed. Very nice. So one of those Barghest monstrosities just went down. Oof, did that pound into... I didn't see damage pop up from that, but let's take a look. Nope, it just looked like we took a Gauss there, but we didn't. Okay, so we're down to 3 here. Probably have 4 in the range of our lance as well, and they are shooting at us already. Or that could be the that looks like that's battle armor up there. So now we pick our next target. This guy has no damage resist, but he does have 5 evasion pips. Or we can go for no evasion, but 40% damage reduction. However, I mean, just look at the difference in accuracy there. There's a clear choice. We'd be landing more damage on the guy with 40% than on the guy that we can barely scratch. So yeah, I mean, let me just show. The medium pulse has a decent chance, but the MRMs, yeah, they're dealing 33%. So that's effectively a 66% average damage mitigation on the guy just from his evasion. So let's shoot in here. We are at a left angle shot, which means we should have a decent chance of putting some of this damage into that left torso. Maybe ripping that piece off. It does look like exposed structure. We do get an engine crit, and it looks like we get enough engine crits from the MRMs to take that other mech down. So in case you guys were wondering why I love MRMs so much, sheer volume of fire, just like LRMs. And yes, SRMs can deal more damage per missile, more damage per hit, but I use missiles like some people use machine guns. Crit seeking, and actually I think there was a nerf to the crit chance of machine guns just because they're so exploitable for that. I mean, if you have a machine gun array, it costs you virtually no weight, and then you can just fire off 40 rounds, 40 machine gun rounds. You're going to hit people in the head with that. You're going to be able to get decent shots there. So yeah, I use missiles now because of it. Weighs a bit more heat, but I like it quite a bit. Just taking a look at our relative accuracy. We will go up to the flanking shot, I think. Landing the C3 here is more important than landing the medium pulses. And we do land the C3, so that guy is tagged. And now his evasion matters a little bit less. Plus, if he makes a short move here in order to fire at us, we'll be able to take advantage of it even more. So all of that works in our favor. Okay, so he's trading a little bit of evasion for 20% damage mitigation, but as cautious as I was around these Barghest, and as cautious as we do need to be, I think I'm no longer quite as concerned for our chances. Plus, Slapdash's ability is up now. We could give defensive formation 20% damage reduction whenever we want. No reason to use that quite yet. But let's go ahead and shoot in here at this Barghest. 1 and 2, AC5 rounds, both pinging in. decent hits from the mediums. No armor blow-throughs likely there. In fact, yeah, we're doing mostly damage to the arms here, which isn't great. I do want to take that LBX-20 offline. Just, we don't really have the opportunity for that yet. Let's get this guy up on top of the hill. Yeah. So, Mongrel and the Hunchback 5N. I don't like this mech design. I'll probably be either modifying it or replacing it with something better soon, but it was worth a try. I do like the all-ballistic setup just for the thematic nature of it. And, I mean, see, that's just not great damage for the amount of weight that we have in there at the moment. I'm not sure, that might be those squads overheating. That might be the sound that we're occasionally hearing that sounds like that heat ping. So there's another Barghest. Oof. Landing a big shot with what looks like either a PPC or probably an ER PPC onto our Nova. Yeah, so somebody is pinging the heat bar repeatedly. Landed on our left torso. So the Nova is going to have to take a back seat now. I hadn't really wanted that to happen, but nothing we can do about it now. So if we move up here, yeah, we'll restore his evasion. We should have probably done a vigilance, but instead I do want to slow this guy down. And we'll fire in with everything we've got. Looks like an exposed arm, but not enough to rip it off. And I am curious what happens if you take off an arm on these guys, right? Like an arm is functionally a leg for them. So I'm curious if we get any benefit from that. Okay, so we'll come up here. We will use our precision strike again on this guy. Not again, it's for the first time with this Marauder. Lots of heat from the plasma residue. Very nice. And we do expose the left torso. So now's the time we can come over with the Timberwolf on 5. And we can do some crit seeking. So we're going to take a little bit of a risk here with his evasion, a little bit lower than I'd ordinarily like. But we're doing that to potentially take this Barghest completely out of commission. So let's see if we can manage it. And we do. Okay, that Barghest got absolutely ripped to shreds. That's 3 down, probably 5 left. Although it might, well, okay, our Marauder evasion needs some help. It might be that the range of her lance is a mixed lance with the, well, with those Barghests and with battle armor. I'm not quite sure. That's a little odd. So we're going to move up the Ostrock as a target for them to shoot at. So I don't really mind that very much. But at the same time, I wouldn't have done that then unless I thought that I could land this hit and tag another one of the Barghests, which we do manage. Because that tag is just, it's basically saying, I'm calling you out, you're the next thing on the field that's going to die, and you have no say in it. Which works quite well for me, so probably shouldn't have reserved there, probably should have taken the shot with the Hunchback first. We do have to, unfortunately, do a little bit of torso twist there, which counts as a move. Yeah, let's shoot in. No reason not to. Good damage there on that guy. Let's hope he... Oh, so he's moving on 3 now because of that precision strike. Problem solved. Double large lasers going into the Atlas. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. If we take a look at our Atlas now, that left side that's been getting consistently pinged is now significantly damaged, so we're going to have to rotate here, start moving over presenter right side facing to prevent an armor blow through on our heaviest mech, which is never something you want to have to start doing. We could pop the defensive formation, but we'll do it. So 20% flat damage resistance for everything at the cost of a little bit of accuracy, which doesn't end up being too big of a problem anyway. We did get a head hit there. Very nice. Pilot is bleeding out, but 3 activations remaining. That's not exactly great for us. I might still try to take that guy offline. Another shot coming in. Looks like that's hitting the left leg there. Sensors impaired on the Atlas. Let's just make sure that was... Yep, that was left leg. Yeah, we're gonna have to turn him. It seems like the entire range of her lance, if that's what it is over there, That's just been shooting at him the entire time. I mean, that works for us. His armor is the thickest of anything we have on the field, so that works for us. Let's see if we can strip open that leg, hopefully, and crit seek with the MRMs, but I'll take anything. I just don't think we have much chance of exposing other stuff unless it gets just really strange clustering. So some structure was exposed. We did get, it looks like, another head hit off those MRMs. I wonder if the bar guests have a higher chance for it. It would make sense considering the cockpit location. Wow, okay. We've almost taken this guy out with head hits. More damage coming in the left side of the Atlas. He needs to move. He needs to move now. And I'm not really going to get a chance to until they've had 1 to 2 more chances to shoot. Although no, we should get the initiative here since they're moving. Okay. Whoa, structure exposed. Structure exposed on our Nova. Took a Gauss rifle shot to the... Okay, he took a Gauss rifle shot to the part of that mech that we had to hide already. So you're out of combat now, because if we lose this guy, we're going to lose an ER medium laser clan. And if we lose this torso, that's a clan streak. That's 2 clan heat seeks that we can't really replace those because I keep not taking equipment when we have clan missions like an idiot. So we're going to get an extreme right side facing, hide our left side as much as possible. It might not be enough. We might be presenting center to some of these guys over here, but next turn we can deal with that a little bit better. And now if we go in with the Artemis 4, we'll turn off the improved heavy Gauss because 28% is just not good enough. And we can fire this in, we'll cool down a little bit. And we do get a mech kill. So that first Caribou Lance is entirely offline, which is very nice. Now we just have, well, we have to do that again by the look of it. Plus we have to take out battle armor while fighting uphill, and that's probably Commander Kringle. Yep, so that's an 85-ton mech. I have no idea what that's going to be. We're going to move down into this ravine immediately because this Nova is way too close to death for my liking. We could brace, or I could go in for an attempted sensor lock, and because I'm an idiot, I'm going to take the sensor lock instead of the 20% damage reduction on a nearly dead mech. So we'll see if that comes back to bite us. I don't think it will just from positioning, but I've been wrong before. We're going to run up here as well. So we're going to have a turn or two of bad accuracy because we've busted all of our precision strikes. But we did it with a singular goal, which was wipe out that first lance to decrease the amount of damage that we're taking, the amount of fire that we're taking at this moment. So a bit of a calculation error there. Okay, kind of strange. If we just shoot in, that's not exactly great. So I think we'll move up here because we do want to move this hunchback closer. That will just make the accuracy worse, but we can precise strike that Barghest, which I think we will. It doesn't do much for our accuracy here, but that's not what I care about. I want him moving... Do I want him moving on 3? No, okay. We're just going to save our ammunition there and brace, because this guy doesn't carry the most. Sure he does on the Gauss, but not on the Rack 2. I think it's just a single ton, actually. Okay, more damage into the Atlas, again. But that did look like it was on the right side, not the left. Or it might have been CT, a little bit hard to tell. So what is our plan? Our plan is to... We need to move straight up this hill. We're going to be focusing fire on this Barghest that we don't have tag marked yet, but I think we can fix that right now, hopefully. And we're just sort of in charge mode at the moment. We want to negate their height advantage, which is giving them way better accuracy than we can really feasibly deal with. We've had great luck with the tag mark, so now that helps our accuracy there even more. And I'd rather move Axeman. Fortunately, is he standing in fire? He's not. So why is it telling me that I'm going to be moving through flames to do that? I have no idea. Okay, well that's fine. Now we will take a precision strike. Decent accuracy here. I'd like to start landing this to try, boring through. Hopefully we get something already damaged like the right torso there. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah. solid damage. And as we've learned, these guys are fragile. Of course, it's the left torso. They are fragile to engine crits, and we can definitely use that to our advantage. So let's reserve down, moving on 4. The damage bar guest without any evasions, moving on 3. So this is fine. And we got lucky there, no shooting. We might have blocked his line of sight. I'm not too confident on that, but it's possible. Moving up the Thanatos. And let's see if we can get some good use of these MRMs again. We're on the wrong side, we're on the left side, not the right side. So our clustering rules are going to be bad for mounting into that right torso. And we don't manage it, really. That was pretty bad in terms of actually taking that mech down quickly. But what we can do is we can move up on the other side with the Timberwolf, get a central facing. That accuracy is going to be relatively poor, even with... So we'll switch to the standard for the better range. And let's see what happens if we precise strike. That's acceptable. It's not great, but it's acceptable. Going in at that left torso if we can. It is exposed. And that's enough engine crits. So that's how we do it. That's how we take out these bar guests. It's just over and over and over and over and over again. We look for a torso, and we kill it. Just like we're trying to kill anything with an extra, with an XL engine. Well, at least an inner sphere one that can't survive one of them being taken out. So my thought here is we push up the center. We crumple around to the left side, take out these three remaining bar guests, and eliminate the 2 battle armor squads. And we just sort of eat, well, I don't know, we'd be eating fire from Commander Kringle. If instead we moved at a right side, a right-leaning trajectory up the hill, go right for Commander Kringle, take out this 85-tonner, then we actually take at least on level ground, if not a slight high ground advantage from the remaining bar guests. My worry is we can't afford to do this with the Atlas. That left arm is down to 47 remaining armor, so he's actually going to come over here and give us a very right side facing position against these bar guests. He's sort of in the same vein as the Nova. I mean, we've taken out 4 of their... Oh, was he not in the range of her? No, we've taken out 5 of their bar guests, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Was that just... Wait, am I really bad at counting? I could be really bad at counting, but I could have sworn we took out an additional one. But 2 of our mechs have been put on severe life support. Not exactly ideal. So let's reserve. I want eyes on those battle armors. But we're just playing the reserve down game at the moment because nobody wants to move first again. Relatively annoying. So I tell you what we'll do is we'll move ever so slightly with the Nova, still denying any and all lines of sight, and we're going to sensor lock this battle armor squad. Void battle armor. Each different hit location is one of the units. Not a lot of armor all told for that. Barghest does crest the hill, thankfully missing fire at our Ostrock. And since we have stripped the evasion from that battle armor, I want to see if we can get something up there to kill it. So what happens if I do this? Surprisingly bad accuracy. Okay, let's see about that. Surprisingly bad accuracy. Do I have anything with a line of sight on it right now? Okay. Give me my Timberwolf. Let me see what my modifiers are. Size delta +4. Okay. So we're getting +6, no, +7 from the height difference. Enemy effects +5. That must be, yeah, BA stealth armor. These guys are meant to not get shot because, of course they are. They have very, very limited armor. If they get shot, they die. Makes perfect sense. But we want them to die anyway, so that's a little bit of exposing our back I don't want to do. Let's come over here, let's kill these, I want these battle armors dead. So let's do that. We're going to precision strike on them And this should be pretty devastating, hopefully, to those battle armors. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like 2 of them down. Yeah, 2 of them go down. 1 of them is structure exposed, 2 points remaining. If we gotten a couple more missile hits, we would have taken that guy down completely. Ostrok drawing more fire, wonderful. That's, you know, I couldn't ask for better than that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move the Axeman up to complement the Thanatos. That should be a fine position. They're a little bit close together, but that's okay for right now. We need 2 hits. We get them both. Is there something still alive? Oh, I see. It doesn't transfer because it says separate hit location. All of our hits were to the same... Oh, geez. Reaching shot coming in there from that bar guest. And pounding right into our now right arm, bringing that down to 44. Okay, these guys... Man, this is tough. This is one of the tougher missions that we've done recently. What we're going to do is we're going to move right up here. Next turn we're going to kick you, my friend. Actually, we're going to move right here. And we're going to tag mark somebody, and I think that's going to be this guy. He doesn't have any damage mitigation. That is Cupid. Comet, Cupid, Blitzen, so that's probably Donder. Yep, Donder and Blitzen. Okay. I'm perfectly fine with that Ostrok taking fire. He basically hasn't yet, so if he's drawing fire from... I mean, he drew fire from most of that lance at this point. My one worry is I don't like that guy still being alive. The battle armor support PPC is not great, but he's not dead, and I want him to be dead. And it's not that hard of a concept. We could shoot in with the rotary AC2. Have worse luck with other things. Let's do this. We just need to hit him with something. Yep, there it is. Okay. Battle armor destroyed. So we at least got something else off the field. And that guy's rangefinder is actually allowing us to see now there's a gunslinger. Oh, jeez. Okay, ow, ow. Double light Gauss? Double light Gauss? No, double Gauss. C3 Master. Wow. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, I don't like shooting at us, but I like that mech. Here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to push up the hill. And we could shoot into the Void Battle Armor if we did a precision strike. That would be pretty decent, except for the SRMs. So if we instead look at that Gunslinger, this looks pretty decent to me. The low odds it will rip through anything. But let's try to shoot in... Well, the head's reinforced. We're firing missiles, so not a great chance of killing it. Let's go for its arm. Sorry, for its torso. Structure exposed, engine crit, Gauss ammo destroyed, ER medium destroyed. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, the battle armor Gausses do all 4 miss, which is very nice. And yeah, 25 structure remaining on that gunslinger's torso, which means we should be able to rip it off next turn. And now we can move up here. If we look at what is making our accuracy just that bad, a lot of it will be height difference. So if we look in height difference +5, target move +6, that's from the evasion pips there. But luckily, our bomb squad and our Marauder is very good at precision strikes. So we can bring that up to a reasonable accuracy. And we land three of them? Yeah, 3 of them. Decent fire into that left torso. And now we can move the Atlas up. I don't like this at all. Because it's taking way more fire than I ever really intended. but we need, at this point, we absolutely need to kill things, and he's our best bet for it. So we'll present this sort of facing here, try and do center now. So hopefully they scatter between both the arms instead of just pounding into one of them. And, oh man, that's just such bad accuracy. Well, even though we risk hitting our own Ostrog in the back, we're going to do this. If we don't hit our own Ostrog, we'll be doing this which is unfortunate for the recoil. Desperation shots are never something you want to take, but sometimes there's very little choice. So we're going to move up here with the Marauder. Hopefully another distraction. We could do an active probe ping at this point. We would hit everybody, which I think will be worth it over that 50% accuracy profile we had there. Yeah, and we've hit all of them, so all of their guns just got less accurate by 2, though the support PPC does land in, damaging our centers for next turn. And the battle armor has reset his own evasion. Can I get a sensor lock on one of these guys? I can. Sensor lock that Barghest moving on 5. So we've stripped all of its evasion. What do we have moving on 6 again? That would be... Looks like that's the Hunchback, so I'm not going to get a precision strike there. Okay. Big hit into the Marauder. Ooh, actually we can precision strike, and I think we will. We just want to move first if we can manage it. 3 evasion pips, that's not great accuracy. We're going to stand here. Hunchback hasn't taken any damage. They shouldn't be able to kill him with one go. And we're going to hope that we can rip right into that left torso here. Oh yeah. Very nice. XL crit. Lots of damage coming in from that Gauss. And we've slowed him down to 4, which means that we can move everything that we have going at 5 as well. I think we will bring the Axeman over. Get into the trees, which is nice. We lose some of our stability damage, which is also nice. And we're going to try to kill that Barghest right here and now. See if we can do it. Yep, okay, Mech down. So there's 3 of them remaining. There's 1 battle armor remaining. And there's Commander Kringle. So altogether could be worse for us. We have a Timberwolf moving, and we've done a ton of damage to this guy's right side. So we're going to sprint around, get a right angle shot. Not right angle, but a right side flanking shot. It's not 90 degrees. Switch over to our HE rounds. This is our last full volley with the HEs. Battle Lord, for the extra damage. And take this Santa Claus. Yeah. Okay. We've got a present for him. I had to say it. I mean, I only said it once. I'm kind of... That'll have to suffice. I only said it once. I could be worse than I currently am. I have to settle for that a fair bit, actually. Maybe I should do some self-reflection about that. We're going to delay with the Ostrox. I do like him standing right there with 5 evasion. I want him to get shot at by those other 2 Barghest. Nope, shots going into the Hunchback. Quite a bit of damage, but that Hunchback was pristine up to that point. So as I thought, it wouldn't really be critical. Let's get the Thanatos moving up. I want him taking out that battle armor if I can, but that accuracy on battle armor is so bad. Still, I mean, somebody's got to do it, and we've seen how effective the MRMs are, especially because these guys are considered different entities. So hopefully next turn we'll be able to do a precision strike against them, which we will. If we do we get a kill? Yeah, destroyed. Yeah, we got one of the 3 of them down, even with that bad accuracy. Kind of supports why I haven't been sending in our own pilots in these battle armor. I mean, they're nice, but... Yeah. Oof. Okay. Structure exposed on the Hunchback 5N. That's what happens when you leave him there without any evasion pips. Luckily it is the left torso, which, I mean, it's holding our ammo. We'd probably die from the ammo explosion, but yeah, okay, so it's not so nice. But I was trying to make it seem better than it was, maybe. Let's go in, get a rear angle kick here, and tag mark, lost evasive, quad mediums, very nice. This guy is going to be the next Barghest to die, or Donder. Decent damage to that right leg, which is okay with me. And we'll move up here to sprints. I don't like being this close, but next turn we can do some kicking of our own here with the Atlas. Precision strike on that Barghest. Hoping for the best here. Looks like a leg exposed. Ooh. No, we might have torn through that rear right torso there. That's another one down. At this point, just 2 Barghests left. Our Marauder has its turn. And we're in a bit of a bad position in terms of our exposing our back unless we come up here and we sprint, so we're going to do that. Okay. This guy's going to be our next victim. So let's slow him down to 3 and take better shots. Looks like we popped him right in the face with one of those plasma rifles. 50 damage there is pretty decent. We do take all 3 of those support PPCs from the battle armor. Not quite what I was hoping for. Yeah, 11 left. If we can get some good missiles in there, we might be able to do something with that. We are going to sensor lock. Get sensor lock this guy. I think we will. Yeah, because other than, I mean, it's showing exposed, but the odds of hitting the head are relatively small, so we still haven't blown through his armor. And we need to. Plus, the other guy, this other Barghest, is probably about to move. So we wouldn't really benefit too much from that. Oh, okay. Stop hitting my Atlas, please. Please, please, please. Alright, so the Hunchback, now you get your turn, and thank you for your service drawing fire. We'll try and avoid that for you now. So it's the left side that's exposed. We'll get a complete right side facing. The rotary AC2 is jammed, but we can still take a precision strike in with our Gauss rifle. For those of you wondering how we're getting so many of these, there are various things that increase your initiative, like, oh, I don't know, destroying enemy mechs. Plus we have very, very high company morale. So we're able to spend it pretty quick. We get 26 a turn base, plus things for killing enemies. Works out to be an absolute ton of... Oh, I meant to kick him. I did not mean to move there. Tag nabbit. It works out to be an absolute ton of initiative turn. Looks like an engine crit on something. Not quite sure. That might have been... Ooh, okay. That's left torso. So to kill you best, we want the Axeman getting some sort of center line shot. So let's go in with this. If we miss, we hit the front of the Ostrock. Worse things could happen. Plus, I don't think we'll miss. And if we can tear off... Okay, that looks like some solid damage into it. Yep. Yep, yet another Barghest down. Okay. Good, good, good. And now we have the Timberwolf. But if we reserve down... We're the only guys moving this turn still, so what I want to do is I want to see where I can get with the Timberwolf. Okay, that's pretty decent. And because I can move him over to a pretty decent footing, no pun intended, so I could punch here, it takes my MRMs offline. We're going to go right up to the edge of this forest, and we're going to try to kill what remains of this battle armor. Pretty decent accuracy, lots of scattering from the MRMs. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. So that unit is completely destroyed. And now we just have the 1 Barghest left, which should not be too much of a problem. We are going to move the Atlas first, reason being I want to try to land that improved heavy Gauss before we move in with our missiles. Even though we are sort of running out of them now, even with the standard ammunition, which we made very good use of this time, I must say. I'm quite happy with the ammo stockpiles on the Atlas. So it looks like the right leg. We do expose it. That might have been right torso. That was an engine crit. Unfortunately, that's not great placement for capitalizing on it with the Timberwolf. Best we can do is come up on this side. we will precision strike to move this guy down to 4. Split between standard and HE ammunition just so we can fire everything that we've got. And let's try and go for that play. We almost get it? Is that a knockdown? Not quite a knockdown. Well, we will get a knockdown. Now. Right now, in fact. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, target down. And, well, that's the event. We just took on Santa Claus, guys. I'm gonna stick around with this for a second because I think we do get custom loot of some sort. So, just hang on just a minute.
Mission successful.
Negative 78,000 from ammo costs. Very nice. That's what you like to see. So we did take some light damage to our Nova and to our Hunchback. I was planning on using actually both of these during the Flashpoint mission, so we might have to wait to repair them. I don't want to field something super heavy because Panzer's just, 1.5 skulls, still pretty light difficulty rating. Here it is. Bonus rewards, BTA loot cache. We get Goliath, SS, Santa's sled. I don't like the SS there. No. Anyway, Goliath, Santa's sled. I have to rename it. It's not bad. Let's see. A rare sight in the field, Santa's sled is given out by Kringle's Killers to good little mercs and their companies, armed with a snowball cannon, also called a PPC, and an array of festive red and green lasers. No, I don't know. Small and mediums, I would have preferred a long-range armament for this, I think. Kringle makes sure this sled brings the holiday cheer to one and all, but mostly its owner. After all, what's more festive than hard currency? Chocolate coins. Oh, wow. That, that's a cool $1 million as well. That's pretty nice. Tell you what. Ooh, repaired, replaced, refitted. Oh. Not bad. I think, it wasn't exactly easy, but we didn't take tons of damage there, so maybe it's supposed to be against less skilled lances than our current pilots provide for. Where's that? Ah, here it is. Let's take a look. So it moves at 5.7. This thing just looks, fair enough. Quad mech gyro. Okay, kicks do 20% more damage. This could replace our Axeman. We'd have to rebuild the skills on Slapdash to get rid of the weapon, move it over to bonus from kicking. That could be pretty good. We can put maybe turbocharger on here. Get it moving pretty quick. Clan double heat sinks out the wazoo. Small pulse, small pulse, small pulse. For 4 small pulses. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ER mediums. Okay, we'll give this thing a try. Torso turret, let's do accuracy, 360-degree firing arc. I want to see what this thing looks like. Okay, so torso turret, so both of its torsos are in the 360-degree firing arc, so we don't get it with the small pulses, but we do with everything else. Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to refit this a little bit just because, as with all of my mechs, I like to max the armor out. If we hadn't, we would have lost locations on the Atlas, by the way, as well as on the Hunchback. So there's the wisdom of it right there. But we're gonna retool this a little bit, and then you guys will see it on the field. How's that sound? Thank you guys for hanging out, and we'll see you again real soon.